Previously, in the anime, Haruto had now married to 4 wives, and all of them were getting hungry for his affection, but bro decided to choose his first love from all of them, and other girls knew that and were still fine as long as they got Haruto's love, so Haruto planned to go out on a date with Nokana, and she knew keeping Haruto all to herself is not good, he needs to understand he has other girls in his life as well. But Haruto was still bent on having Nokana above others. Things weren't proceeding as Nokana thought, and soon after that, they left to find the 5th ring princess to the land of Earth. They saw it was located in mountain range, and the way to get there was only by feet, and it has already been 3 days and there was no sign of them reaching their destination, so they sets up a camp at night, and Haruto and Alabaster were on watch duty, and Haruto was wondering if there's any point in collecting the rings, because the Gritonia Empire were planning to fight the Abyss King without the power of rings, and so far they managed to kill many monsters of the Abyss King and united many kingdoms. But the Abyss King has been sealed for more than several centuries, so mankind has forgotten how powerful the Abyss King is. His power is simply immeasurable, and monsters and Abyss Knights are truly terrifying, so it's nearly impossible to fight the Abyss King without those rings. That cleared Haruto's doubts of his importance. And Alabaster assured him that there's still time before the complete resurrection of the Abyss King and sends him to take some rest. Then after 4 days, they finally reached the destroyed capital of Idanican, the lost city of dwarves. There wasn't a single sight of life in that city, and somehow Nephritis loved the atmosphere to live in, but Nokana was feeling someone's gaze on her. Then they moved on and found the castle of the Lord, but Haruto found a dummy model there, sort of like a robot, but one that moves with magic. Dwarfs were craftsmen and used magic to create machines and always devoted themselves to their smithing, so it was the very proof of their existence, and the moving nation of cat people is one of the few tech still operating of the dwarf's creation. Even so, the dwarf vanished from the First Ring King's era, and that shows how devastating that era was. But now there is no sign of the 5th ring anywhere, and suddenly the puppet begins to move on its own, as it was controlled by the ring of the Abyss King. It targeted Haruto and separated him from the others. He was in a pit of darkness as the Abyss Knight knew Haruto is from another world. He tells Haruto to move back to his world, but Haruto can't abandon the life of people of this world where Nokana was born. Their others came storming in and Nokana kissed Haruto to fill him with the magic. With that, Haruto was able to put that puppet to rest, and the dark ring vanished from its hand, as it goes directly to the Abyss King. With that, the revival of the Abyss King had been nearing completion, and with his resurrection brought in the tons of monsters in this world, so they tried to put up a fight, but even after killing non-stop, the monster kept coming endlessly, so Alabaster made an opening for them to run and buy some time, and Haruto was exhausted from using too much power, and there they saw that the Abyss King had now fully revived as its monster army had started marching into this world. All hopes were lost because there was no sign of the 5th ring, and there Haruto still wanted to keep his search going for the 5th ring, but Alabaster has lost his hope for this world. But yet still, he used a portal spell to send all of the kids back to Earth to keep the ring safe, but Moss stays behind with Alabaster and sends Haruto and his wives to the Earth. He returned to his world, and Nokana was heartbroken by her grandfather's sacrifice. But then they went out to buy some daily necessities for the 3 others at the shop, but the others were noticing the cat tail, ears, and horns on them, but their Nokana was trying to put up a brave front. They sat around to plan their next move, but without having Alabaster on their side, they can't open the gate to their world, so now they are stuck here until someone finds them. But even as they speak, their own nation is in great danger, but there was no way until they found a mage, so the girls decided to relax for a bit at a public bath. But then Nokana gave the 3 her own room and stays with Haruto next door. Haruto was worried about the living cost for the others, and Nokana told him that she found a letter and some money Alabaster had hidden in their room. Old man knew and prepared in advance for this outcome and told Nokana to live a happy life on Earth. So Nokana and Haruto started their school again as the summer breaks ends, and after several days, Nephritis started going to the library and Garnart made some cat friends. Saphir was always lost in thoughts, and Haruto goes out at midnight again at the place they returned from that world. There Nokana comes as she knew Haruto was feeling burdened, so she reminds him that Alabaster had told him to free the ring princesses from their fate, and Nokana wants to live a normal life in this world with Haruto and tried to convince him to stop looking for a way back, but that's still out of the question. But before he could tell that, a light shines behind them and a girl came out of that mini shrine. She was the ring princess of the Ring of Earth, Amber, but how could she be this world? So Amber tells them that she was created by the dwarfs when only a handful of dwarfs remained after the war with the Abyss King, so they gave her the Ring of Earth and sent her in this world. She had been waiting for the Ring King for hundreds of years as she was created to withstand time, and now she wants to fulfill her duty as the Ring Princess, but Nokana was against it. She wanted to stay in this world where there is no danger of the Abyss King, and Amber thought her destiny would go unfulfilled, but she told them to find her if they changed their hearts. So when they got back home, Garnart was trying to convince Haruto to spend more time with his wives, but Saphir noticed he was out with Nokana, but before he could tell them the reason, Nokana interfered and prevented him from speaking the truth, so after they went to sleep, Nokana got mad at Haruto and told him to forget about that world and find a new life here, and Garnart heard everything. Then the next day, Amber found Haruto again. They spent some time together and Haruto realized what he needed to do, so Amber told him she could get them back to that world. So the next day he was making up his mind for the decision, but he couldn't make up his mind after seeing Nokana scared like that, so Amber told him that after getting all the rings, their chance to fight the Abyss King will be absolute, so Haruto decided to return and married the fifth ring princess to get the Ring of Earth. With that, all the rings were gathered, and Nokana was sad remembering Alabaster. But she saw the fifth ring and Haruto told her they are going back. She was very much against it because she doesn't want to lose Haruto. But Haruto reminds her that Nokana abandoned him just to fulfill the duty of Ring Princess, and after Haruto became the Ring King, Alabaster told Haruto to free the Ring Princess from their fate, but he actually meant to end the reign of the Abyss King for true liberation, so he wanted to fulfill his duty and told Nokana to trust in their bond as it makes him powerful. Nokana loved him from the bottom of her heart, so she gave up. But before returning, she wanted to take a next step for their relationship, but just as they got ready for the action, Amber dropped in at the worst time possible. But the gate was only meant to be used once, so they got ready quickly to get back to their world. So the next episode will be the final showdown, so to watch that, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to get the latest updates. Till then, take care.